Yo, it's good. It's me, One Pac again. It's like 4:30 a.m. in the morning, I guess. At night, 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Just got off work. I'm pretty fucking tired right now. I just wanted to make a video just cause, talk about something. Cause I really like words. I like using language. Um, I like communicating. And so this one is called Being Enriched versus Being Rich. So I was just thinking, like, back in the day when I was growing up, it was like, uh, it's like, when I grow up, I want to be rich. I want like to be a millionaire, because back in the day there was no billionaires yet, like in the 90s and shit. Late 80s is like, even Trump was a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all wanted to be like Trump. Like, oh, I want to be rich like Trump, you know? And then time went on and it's like, oh, fucking billionaires, like, I want to be a billionaire. And now it's like, oh, Elon Musk is worth like 340 billion. Like, everyone's got billions and shit. And you look at like $1 million today and it's like, man, fuck $1 million, dude. Like, $1 million ain't shit anymore. So it's just looking at that, it's like, what the fuck is being rich anyways? You know, I know me personally, I'll never be rich. Like, that's the dream when I was like a kid, but now that I'm a grown ass man, I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck about money. Like, it's nice to have money, and obviously I'm working 2 full-time jobs right now. I do have bills to pay. We all have to keep a roof over our head. We all have to grind it out. We got to feed ourselves. We got mouths to feed. We have financial responsibilities that require us to make money. But when it comes to like being rich, I don't really give a fuck about money. I have faith. I believe in God, and it says in the scriptures, like, don't worry about money, because God will provide you everything that you need. And I feel like the other part of that is, God God does give to whoever and takes away from whoever, but it helps when you're doing your part by working. Like, you can't just sit around and be lazy. God likes a cheerful giver and a hard worker. Someone who works for the cause of God, and I feel like that's what I do, or what I strive to do, what I want to do. That's the desire. But anyways, so I don't really worry about money, because I know God that will provide everything I need. Whether I lose my job, whether I'm working, it will always work itself out, as long as I'm holding up my end of the bargain and my end of the deal, which is also discussed in the scriptures, about your end of the deal. But anyways, money to me is like, yeah, fuck being rich. Like, I honestly, it's to the point in my life where I'm like, fuck, man, I don't even, like, fuck a rich person. Like, I don't even, if you're rich, you're probably corrupt as fuck, you know? So I don't trust rich people. I don't trust greedy people. I don't trust people who are motivated by greed, and people who want to be like, you know, like flashy and shit. Like I think people like who tell you like, oh, you need a fucking, like, Tate, he's like kind of based, like, but he's like, oh, you need a fucking Bugatti, and people who are all caught up in like making paper and shit. Like, I get it for sure. but I just don't. I feel like being motivated by money and profit and all that shit is like, yeah, that ain't the way. It's the root. It's the root of all evil. Not that money's evil, but it's the root of all evil. So I don't fuck like if you're rich and shit, and you're all trying to be hella rich for the sake of it, for your own greed and ego and your pride and shit. Like, I won't fuck with you. I don't trust you. You have power issues, and you have control. You have like control issues, and yeah, and like if you think I gotta respect you because you got money, it's like, fuck you, nigga. I ain't gotta respect shit if I don't want to. So I obviously make my money just because to handle my responsibilities and shit. But the other part of it is what I was getting at with like the language part is like there's being rich and then there's being enriched. And because it's like basically the same word, it's just the en, enrich, enrich. And I was looking up the definition of the word enrich, and to enrich, it's to add meaning to add value to increase the concentration of a certain aspect or part of something. So, and that's always been my motto that I've had for like hella long, is it's like, yeah, I'm not rich, but I'm enriched. And like, what is being enriched? Like, if you have things that add meaning to your life besides money, then you're enriched. Like, not material things either. Like, if you have family, if you have friends, if you have ideas, if you can think for yourself, if you can, like, discernment is enriching, being able to see things for what they are, being knowledgeable, like appreciating knowledge and wisdom, having a strong sense of spirituality, having a relationship with God, a personal relationship, things like that, like enrich you, like things that, qualities that you cultivate within yourself to add value and make yourself better. Those are enriching. There's enriching. You can enrich yourself with experiences, so learning new things, just shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm not rich, but I'm enriched. And I think that's like a component of life that we're also focused on money. We miss the enrichment, and the enrichment is, and it's a process. Enrichment is a process, just like making money or anything else in life. It's like, but what is the enrichment process? It's adding something good or something of value, and like in a spiritual sense, or in the way that you live your life. It's like, how do you enrich yourself? Well, you take what's good, the good qualities, and you add to them, and you take the bad qualities and remove them. So it's like a purification process. And so yeah, like, I don't give a fuck about the money, man. Fuck the money. Everybody keeps bitching about the money. Look, if I really wanted to make money and I was concerned about it, shit, I'd fucking go sell crack or some shit and turn all you niggas out and be like, fucking hoard all my cash and shit, so I could go fucking pop out in a fucking Bugatti or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And some fucking Gucci shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's played out. That shit's played out. We all know in 2025, like, that gig is up, dude. You already see that. You see the walls fucking. You see it's just like the walls closing in on that shit. And I feel like focusing so much on the money and shit, it takes away from, it's the opposite of the enrichment process, whereas you're taking what's bad and adding and trying to add to that, which removes all the good shit, all the good qualities. So the greed and the money shit is like the opposite of it. And yeah, I was just thinking about that. I wanted to put that out there, just so something you can consider and shit, because there's so much more to life than just chasing paper all the time and being so stressed out about the fucking money. And yeah, you know, I just learned to let that shit go. And like I said, that don't mean I'm not gonna bust my ass for what I have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll still fucking get after it for sure. And there's benefits to that too, like, but I think self-respect and dignity and doing the right thing and having discernment and knowledge is better. You know, that in the scriptures it says, like, they asked God went to Solomon and said, what do you want? Do you want knowledge or do you want riches? And Solomon said, I want the knowledge. And so he got the knowledge, and he took the knowledge and got rich with it. So it's like, knowledge is more valuable in cultivating yourself, is more valuable. If you do that right, the money's it's just gonna come naturally. And for me, knowledge is like, I don't know, I've always been all about the knowledge, you know, like, we're obligated to seek that. It never says in the scriptures to seek money. It says, God says that we're obligated to seek knowledge, and there's a special place in heaven for the scholars, the people of knowledge, and the people with understanding, because there's always going to be a rich person. There's always going to be fucking some Elon Musk or Bezos or whoever, those fucking assholes, like, fuck them. But there's always going to be people like that, but you ain't always going to find somebody who is smart, has wisdom, strong sense of spirituality, somebody that people will look up to, not for the fucking financial shit. But when those people die, they're hard to replace. And we all know that. You know that from your own experience. But I think that when I keep these things in mind, you'll be much happier. You'll be healthier. And definitely less stressed about shit. So that's basically enrichment versus being rich. And it's, yeah, and you know, like it says, part of enrichment experiences bring enrichment. So it's like the process of it happening in your life it's enriching, and that in and of itself is like worth doing. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying it's gonna make you perfect. You'll take some L's and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of life. It ain't gonna be all like peaches and cream, and it ain't gonna be all fucking gravy. But I feel the benefits of enriching yourself in your life outweigh the negative shit that you're gonna have to go through and experience. And, you know, you might have to look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. You gotta be able to look yourself in the mirror and like what you see, and be okay with that. And if you look in the mirror and you see things that you don't like about yourself, then there you go. That's a start right there. And that's basically it. It's fucking late. I gotta get to bed, and yeah, so that's it. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm not trying to ramble on too much, but remember, and fuck being rich, dude. If you if you want to be rich, go sell some crack or some shit. Go fuck some shit up. You know, that seems like about to be the only way to make some money these days, is if you're willing to fuck shit up. You know, make a deal with the devil, and you know, it's the same old shit as far as that goes. But yeah, you know, work hard, and, you know, like, enrich yourself, enrich the people around you. And you know, I hope when you look in the mirror, I hope you like what you see, and respect. And yeah, that's it for this one. I'm out.